I actually do have one question, and it's kind of
Yeah,
similar to Connor's about Dallas. How do you guys feel about the Sharks? Because they are actually not as far off as we all think they are.
They're
They are
close. They are.
they've played 38 games. The Blues have played 39. The Coyotes have played 40, and they are only 5 points off from the Coyotes. And this is a team that's strapped with big contracts. So, do you guys think
They
that they
have to be
might make a
buyers.
move? Yeah, exactly. Do you think because they're like they have to be good now? Do you think they're going to make moves and try to be better, or do you think they're just going to stick with the team they got? Go if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't.
See, here's the issue I've running with that is San Jose's like GM and kind of like president and their ownership kind of is like, oh yeah, we're gonna move in like more of a rebuilding direction. And then Carlson said he doesn't want to be a part of that. That was a big headline. It's like I don't want to be a part of the same thing I went through in Ottawa, right? Obviously, whether that's his fault or not, it is. But
Well, jeez.
the thing with San Jose is like if they decide to become buyers, who does that mean that their stars gain just a tremendous amount of power over the say of the direction of their franchise?
I don't
Or it,
think so. I think like it's not even Eric Carlson that makes them change. It's that Couture signed for 7 more years at 8 million with a no movement clause. Kane for 5 more years at 7 million with a no movement clause. Hurdle 2 years for 5 million, no movement clause. Their top three defensemen, all no movement clauses, all signed for at least 5 more years at over 7 million each. Like they
And
do
the
not
youngest
have the
one's
choice.
30.
Yeah, and they do not have a choice. They have to do something with this core, right?
Oh my gosh, Jones's contract. I
I
forgot. Oh my gosh.
I was just looking at what San Jose's current cap space is. Hear me out. Taylor Hall to San
I was
Jose.
just about to say.
Every team in the
Taylor
NHL,
Hall.
Taylor Hall. He's going.
Buffalo wouldn't need to retain. San Jose could afford it. San Jose has about 8.8 million in cap space right now.
I'm looking. I actually, funny enough, while you guys were talking, I pulled up their lines to see if Taylor Hall was a fit. It almost feels like the summer again, when we're like, which team's gonna sign Hall? Where would he be a fit? We're right back there.
It's just a repeat. That's
But
what
on that
happens in
second
kind of years.
line, they have Rudolph Balcers playing on the left wing, and he's really been struggling. Like their left wing, besides Evander Kane's a really big drop. And tell me a line of Taylor Hall, Thomas Hurdle, and Timo Meyer wouldn't be sexy.
That
It
would
would
be
be
pretty
sexy. And now that I've looked at Jones's contract, there's no way. Because their goaltending's just not good enough.
good. It's a pure
It's just
rental.
not good enough.
Pure
Like,
rental,
they-
just to
but-
make a push.
Yeah, but at that point, then you might as well just start the rebuild early. There's no point making the playoffs and then getting completely destroyed in the first round because your team's not good enough and your goaltending's not good enough.
yeah. You don't want to give up any progress in the rebuild, right? For something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't
So
even
you
think
gotta
they've
be kind of
made any
cautious.
progress in this rebuild. Though.
I mean, another thing to consider is if they make the playoffs, they play Colorado first.
Well, I guess, Austin, just to sum it up, it's like if you're digging yourself a hole, there's a point where you stop and you put the shovel down. Well, then you realize, how do I get out of the hole? Where if they just keep digging, they'll never have that moment where they're like, okay, now's the time to
Yeah,
maybe
but the thing is-
even with these bad contracts and everything, now's the time to like shift that way.
When
Because
you're
if they
an
just
NHL GM,
keep
though,
digging,
you're
so-
like this like mess. This is the GM's like masterpiece. So he cannot
True.
go, okay, we're gonna rebuild because he's out, like his job's done. So he might actually push to buy, even if they shouldn't, just to save his job. Right?
Well,
It's
I
like
think
how
that'd be a
every
bad
year
decision.
Pittsburgh made trades. They gave away their first round pick for the past 5 years just to try to win another cup.
Yeah, but San Jose doesn't have Crosby and Malkin on their team.
No, but they're trying to sell to the owners and their fans that Couture and Hurdle can be that.
But they're nowhere near. I mean, they don't have
They're
3
they're
Stanley
nowhere
Cups.
near it.
They have
no,
three Stanley Cups.
absolutely.
They have 0.
But they have to make that sell, right? They have to go in. And so
I
I
think
think
there's
I
a
agree with
difference,
Connor
though.
on this one. I think I could see San Jose maybe. I don't think they're going to be the ones who land them, but I could see them feeling the water for a Taylor Hall.